Hi there, everybody. Debbie here with Debbie Gets Crafty. And let's see here. I just wanted to do a little WIP chat. The last time we were together and we did a WIP chat, I did the letter Z, the color Z, and pretty little, sorry about that, pretty little lavender color right in through here. So since we've talked last, I've filled in quite a few drills around here, quite a few different colors, and I figured I would go ahead and checkerboard this section right here because it's quite a large section of a single color. It's a color blocking, which means one large section of a single color. So I thought I would go ahead and checkerboard that and then fill it in. And I thought, you know what, since I was, checkerboarding this and filling this in, we might as well have a little chit chat and say hello to each other, see how everybody is doing. So that's what I thought I would do. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to keep you right there at that angle and just continue onward. So I'm just about done with checkerboarding. Oh, my little bee, there we go, my little cover minder. Checkerboarding this area right here, starting to checkerboard it, and then I'll fill in all the rest here. But how are you all doing today? I'm doing okay. Today it is actually Wednesday the 28th of June, and it's about 5:14 in the morning, and we are up early. I'm up early because today our little dog Spoto goes in for surgery. He's being neutered today. We want to, to take care of that. It is that time in his life where he's got to be neutered. So today is the day. So my husband and I took the next couple of days off, today and tomorrow, so we can drop him off, pick him up from the Humane Society where we're having his surgery done, and then tomorrow we will, spend the day taking care of him, just making sure that he's comfortable, and then we have to both work on Friday, but then we're off on the weekend, and we'll just spend that weekend, just quiet, just making him comfortable. After that type of surgery, they say that that the dogs shouldn't really be too active, but Spoto is a very active little dog, so it's going to be really difficult to try to keep him, calm and not wanting to jump around, but you never know. It depends on how he feels. He just might not feel like doing anything. He just might feel like bumming around, which is okay. I want to make sure that he heals properly. And we got him a soft collar, what they call an Elizabethan collar that goes around his neck to keep him from chewing at his, incision area. And just in case, you never know. We had a dog, our very first dog that we got together, Todd and I. He was a black lab, and we called him Jack, Captain Jack Sparrow. And he was the coolest dog you would ever meet. He really was. He was a really chill kind of a guy. And after Jack had his surgery, we had the cone on him for a couple hours after we brought him home from the vet. Now I'm going to fill in the rest of this. I'm all done starting it. Now I'm going to finish by filling it in. So we brought Jack home from the vet after his surgery, and we had the cone on him. We called it the cone of shame at that point. But he had the cone on for a couple hours, and we felt so bad for him. And we thought, you know what, let's take it off, and we're right here, so we'll monitor him if he, goes to start to chew on his incision. And we took that cone off. We never had to put that cone back on him. He never bothered with it one time. Healed beautifully. So, I would love for that to happen again. But he is a very rambunctious little man with it. He's very high energy, very high strung, with a bit of an attitude, very stubborn. So we decided to, not take any chances and get the cone. It's a soft cone. Actually, this type of collar, it's called an Elizabethan collar. This type of collar is soft-sided, so you can actually bend it over the top. You can bend it so this way when it comes time for him to eat, he'll be able to eat a little easier. That's the one thing. We had another dog named Toby, poor guy, and when he had his surgery to be neutered, he had to wear the cone. He was also a very stubborn little man and very high energy, and he did not want to leave that incision alone. So we had to keep that on him. However, back when we had Toby, he had to have that plastic cone because that's all they had at the time. That poor little man bumped his head, that little cone into just about every piece of furniture, every doorway, everything. He'd go to look down at the ground, he'd bump the little cone. We just felt so bad, and it was practically impossible for him to eat, poor little thing. But he did. He managed to, of course we made sure he had nutrition. But that poor little guy. And so this time when we got Spoto and we knew it was time for him to have his surgery, we thought, you know what, we're not going to put him through what Toby went through. So we looked high and low. Todd actually ordered from Temu one of those, they look like the inflatable donuts that you can get for dogs now as a collar after surgery. But the darn order didn't show up in time. We were supposed to have gotten it a day or two ago, and we still haven't gotten it. Well, today's the day of his surgery, so a few days ago I decided, you know what, we're going to go ahead on Amazon and order him this soft collar. And that's what we did. It came in a day because we have Amazon Prime. Thank you, Judy, my twin sister. And so, yeah, we have it now on hand. And we don't have to worry about him being uncomfortable. Todd tried it on him to make sure, because it's adjustable also. And Todd put it on him, made sure it was adjusted properly to Spoto's neck size. And he said he doesn't like it, but he looks so darn cute in it. So, but that's all set. And so, I'm up early because I'm a little anxious. We have to drop him off at 7:30. We don't get to see him again until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And so I'm a bit nervous. We've had him since Todd's birthday in March. We picked him up on Todd's birthday from the rescue. And we literally haven't been out of each other's sight since that day. The three of us. Todd will go shopping or whatever, and I stay home. And I'm with Spoto. So today's going to be rough for me because he's literally been, I've literally been in his life and he's literally been in my life every single day since we've gotten him. So he's going to be out of it because he'll be, knocked out from the surgery. But me, I'm fully aware that I'm not going to be seeing him all day, and I am a little anxious about that. But Todd and I, after we drop him off, we have to go run a couple errands, get the registration renewed on our truck, and we're actually going to go out and grab a bite to eat, and then come home, and I might get some laundry done, maybe do a little vacuuming. I definitely want to do some cross stitch. I have not cross stitched in weeks. Dare I say, maybe a month. So it's been a long time So I'm going to sit down and do a little cross stitching. I can't cross stitch with Spoto around unless I come in here to my craft room. And I don't want to be in my craft room all the time because then I'm not near Spoto and my husband. And I like to spend time with them too. So cross stitch gets put on the back burner. But today I will have a chance to do a little cross stitch. And I'm really close to finishing this picture. So in the next couple of days before we have to go back to work on Friday, I want to really buckle down and try to get most of this done because I have my summer garden picture that I want to start. And once Todd and I get our Temu orders, he has his very first diamond painting that's coming, and I want to be able to work on my diamond painting that I got to match his along with him. So I'm very excited about that. But that's what's been going on here. Not much else. Todd and I both work from home, so that's why we, it's been the three of us, Spoto, myself, and my husband, non-stop since we got Spoto. And I'm already feeling a bit of separation anxiety and nerves. I mean, nobody wants to see their little fur baby go in for surgery. I know it's a common surgery and, it's done quickly and he'll be in great hands. But that doesn't change the fact that he's going in for surgery. My dad always said, anytime the human body is cut into, it's a major surgery. And even though he's just going in to be neutered, it's still, he's only 5 months old. He'll be 6 months old on the 1st of July. It's still surgery. And I worry because I'm a fur mom. So that's why we decided to take today and tomorrow off, because we just wanted to make him as comfortable as possible, and see how he does. Make sure his pain is being managed and all that. So that's what I'm doing. And I tossed and turned enough last night, and I figured, you know what, I'll get up and do a little diamond painting, because like I said, I really want to try to get this diamond painting completed. Once I complete it, if I can complete it this weekend, I'm going to get this little sucker sealed, because I want to get it framed with that gold foam framing that we got from Temu. So, because I really want to hang this up, the sooner the better, because she's beautiful. As a matter of fact, in the head area, the plumage here, I actually put some blue rhinestones, and there is another little peacock off to the side that I put a couple little rhinestones in the top of his head as well. So I thought I'd just, because I put some rhinestones throughout the back portion of the feathers just to highlight them. So I thought I would just use that part up too. Just go ahead and grab a little bit more. There we go. Just a little bit blue tack here. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Excuse me for just a second, folks. I need a little sip of water. Sorry. I get parched. Thank you. Anyway, It is supposed to be very hot here in Middle Tennessee. We're under a heat advisory, severe heat advisory. It's not been as hot as other parts of the country, but for us it's going to get mighty hot. So that's, and that's another thing with Spoto. He loves to be outside and play and catch and, and all that jazz. Well, first of all, it's going to be too darn hot. And second of all, after surgery, we really have got to try to keep him as calm and quiet and, just to be able to heal properly as possible. So that's going to be a challenge. But we'll do it. We'll get there. Oh, there we go. Let me throw a few more of these on here. There we go. So yeah, Todd and I placed quite a few orders with Temu, and it looks like we might be getting the bulk of them delivered almost at the same time. So I told him I would do Temu hauls on his behalf first so he can have his products, and then I will do my hauls after that. And I got quite a few diamond paintings and crafting things, some beauty things, some nails. I haven't done my nails yet. I'm thinking about doing them either today or tomorrow if I have a chance, just to try them out. Even if I wear them for a few days and then take them off, you know what I mean? Just to try them out, just for something fun. Why not? And I could do like a review on them. Other than that, there's not much else going on. We have the Tour de France coming up. Todd and I really enjoy watching the Tour de France. And so we're looking forward to that. Let's see here. We enjoy watching the show Big Brother. So we're looking forward to that starting. It's starting late this year. Normally it would have started by now. There's been years where it started. Todd and I just celebrated our 24th wedding anniversary yesterday, the 27th. And typically Big Brother usually starts on or around our anniversary, but this year they're starting later. So I know that there's been a writer's strike and all that. I mean, it's live, so, well, not live, but it's really non-scripted. But there are some parts that I guess are scripted. But they are, for some unknown reason, oops, sorry, hit my camera stand. But for some unknown reason, they're starting later this year. That's all I know. So, but we look forward to watching that. And what else? Not much else is going on. And that's okay. That's just the way I like it. I don't mind that at all. I'll just do a little bit more of this. I'm not going to keep you all too long. I'm sure you have other things that you want to do today. But I figured, you know what? I had a few minutes. It's quiet in the house. We can't give Spoto his breakfast because we have to hold his food. You had to hold their food after midnight the night before. So, and we have to drop him off at 7:30, which he usually eats at 6 a.m. So we have, you know, an hour and a half before we have to drop him off at the Humane Society. So Todd has him in the master bedroom, and they're just hanging out. They might be sleeping still. But Spoto knows when it's time to get up and eat, he starts to stir. His little internal clock, aka his tummy, gets him going. So it's going to be a challenge because when it's time for him to eat, he gets focused on, I want to eat, and I want to eat now. So he's going to be a bit difficult for this next hour and a half. He's going to get cranky. We may have to keep him in his kennel for a little extra longer. He is crate trained, so we may have to just keep him in there for a little while longer because he'll be impossible if we don't, because he'll be so super focused on, why aren't you feeding me? Feed me, feed me, feed me. So my nerves are getting shot already. I got butterflies. I've always had, every time any one of our dogs ever had to have surgery, and typically it was only just to be spayed or neutered, I always get nervous. They're my fur babies. Sorry, I had two drills hooked together on one. This goes by so much faster, I think, when I checkerboard. I don't mind a little bit of confetti, but I much prefer color blocking. I mean, I know that doesn't create any, you know, depth or shadows or anything like that, but I just love to color block. And especially right now, because I got a lot on my mind, I don't want to have to concentrate on changing colors and paying attention to all that. I just want to put the drills on the board and not think about it. So Todd and I did celebrate our 24th wedding anniversary yesterday. We both worked, so it was, you know, really super romantic and exciting. Not, but that's okay. Listen, in November we'll be together 29 years, so it's okay. But Todd, because I get out of work after he does, a couple hours after he does, he made us a great dinner. He makes his own version of pork fried rice, better than any Chinese restaurant you'll ever go to. I put it up against any Chinese restaurant. And yesterday he wanted to do something a little different. And so instead of pork fried rice, we had chicken fried rice. Friends, it did not disappoint. Not at all. It was delicious. And the way he makes it, it makes a ton. So we have, oh my stars, I don't know if you heard my stomach growling. We have tons of leftovers. So that's probably what we'll have for our lunch today while Spoto's still at the vet. But it was delicious. It really was. He is a really good cook, and because I get out of work after he does, it's up to him to prepare dinner. And he is, like I said, he's a great cook. Never disappoints. And so after that, I'll do the dishes because he cooks. And that's our little thing. If one cooks, the other does the dishes. That's our little agreement. He's a really good cook. And today, for those of you that know us, know that every Wednesday we have spaghetti, some kind of Italian dish. Doesn't necessarily have to be the long spaghetti pasta or angel hair, but some type of a pasta dish. Because way back in the 80s, there used to be this commercial for Prince Spaghetti. I don't even know if they make Prince Spaghetti anymore. And the commercial would start out this woman leaning out her window, calling for her son, Anthony. She's a little Italian lady. She'd lean out her window. Anthony, Anthony, yelling for the kid. And the kid would come run out the steps, and he'd hop to the table, and you'd see all the family members are sitting around the table, and they're all eating, spaghetti dinner. And the commercial ended something like, mentioning that it's Prince Spaghetti night. So, as a joke, when we first got together and moved in together, Wednesdays just seemed to be a night that we had spaghetti. And we're creatures of habit. So it just got to be a pattern that Wednesday night we would have spaghetti. Well, that's why we call Wednesday night Prince Spaghetti night. So, of course, since today is Wednesday, now when Judy and I talk on the phone, especially on a Wednesday, we ask each other what we're having for dinner. What are you having for dinner? And Judy she'll say to me, what are you having for dinner, Deb? And then she'll stop and she'll say, oh, that's right, it's Prince Spaghetti night because it's Wednesday. And we just, for years, that's what Todd and I do. Every Wednesday we have spaghetti. Either, angel hair pasta, the linguine, long spaghetti, or ziti, or, bow ties, whatever. But we always call it Prince Spaghetti night. And then lately, for some reason, Todd has been cooking pork chops like literally faithfully every Thursday night. It's just becoming this long-running joke. What do we have for dinner on Thursday? And it's pork chops. But we get into this almost like a rut. Sometimes it feels like a rut where you just don't know what else to have, so you just go back to your standbys. So we've been on the lookout for some different recipes, and since it's getting to be so hot out, I'm going to start turning more to our Instapot and slow cooker because they don't take up much, energy, and they don't create very much heat in the house. So now's the time of year where we really put those two kitchen utensils to work. I mean, we always use them, but summertime is really a good time because, like I said, it doesn't create as much heat and it doesn't take as long to cook. You know, especially in the slow cooker, you throw the stuff in together and in the morning, and boom, by the time we're ready to eat, whenever that'll be, then we're good to go. Whoops. And then with the Instapot, you know, you can cook a nice piece of meat in no time at all. Nice veg and all that. You could put a roast in there, a small roast, and have it done in an hour, and no heat. You know, you're not heating up the kitchen with all kinds of nonsense. You put your meat and veg in at the same time, and you get a beautiful dinner all in one pot. No fuss, no muss, and away you go. We're gonna spend a little bit of time together just filling this area in right here, and then we'll be done for our little visit. Other than that, dog days of summer are here. It feels like it's just been crazy with the weather. The one good thing is the grass hasn't grown that much. We haven't had much rain. But that could be bad news too. It's always a double-edged sword. The good with the bad. But as long as I get up every day to experience the good with the bad, and as long as I still have my hot toddy with me to experience the good with the bad, I'm ahead of the game. I'm a lucky lady. And as long as I have you all as my friends, my crafting friends, I consider myself blessed and lucky. For sure. So yes, we're getting some Temu orders. They'll probably end up, I told Todd, I said, they'll probably end up all sitting on the porch at the same time. Good grief. That's going to be like an avalanche. I'm thinking seriously about a hashtag no buy July because I really need to take a break from Temu. I make no promises though. No buy July sounds good in theory, and then I end up stumbling upon the website. Alrighty. We're almost done. It's been a little over half an hour. But boy, we got a lot accomplished. There we go. That's what I like about checkerboarding. It makes me feel like I've gotten a lot more done in a lot less time. I don't know why. I mean, it's the same, probably the same amount of time that it would take me to just put them one row at a time. But for some reason, it just is so satisfying doing it this way. I don't know. Call me crazy. Call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. I've had very few trash drills. The stick has been great on this painting. It's been a really nice painting to work on. Like I said, it's been a nice mixture of color blocking and confetti. So it's not been too bad. I like that. And this is another one of the canvases that I got from Temu. And I've gotten a ton that are coming in orders, and I've gotten several that I've already worked on, several that I still have to work on. I have those couple of sets of stickers that I have. I don't know when I'll get those done. Whenever I feel like it. But so far, so good. I'm very pleased, with the exception of the Happy Campers painting that Todd got me from his first Temu order. That's got 0 stick to it, which I still have it. I always say this, I still have it, I just haven't, you know, fixed it yet, because I've got other projects I want to start doing now, so. But I have to say, I have no complaints about the canvases that I've gotten. Except for that one, but I mean, it's not Temu's fault, it's the manufacturer. So, we're almost done. Just a few more drills left, if I can set them up correctly. There we go. 2, 1, and looks like we're done. So that was the letter I that I had, and it filled in. Oh, let me just see. I have some over here off camera. There we go. So all this up here, from like here down, we filled in, and that's all I have here for the I, for the letter I. Matter of fact, I think, nope, I have 2 more right here that we'll take care of, and that'll do it for that color. Every time I finish a color, I call it retiring that color. So we're just about close to retiring this color right here for this project. There we go. Let's see, any other? Yeah, I see another. There we go. You see a couple more off to the side. Again, it's probably off camera. Let me see if I can bring that over. There we go. And they're right here. There we go. Any more? Just give it a quick little scan. Oh, looks good, looks good. Gonna scan over here, off to the side. Oh, I think we're good. I think we're gonna retire this color. Yep, awesome. So friends, that does it for us today for this little WIP Chat. It was a little over half an hour, but I thank you for stopping by. And friends, I want to thank you if you have already subscribed to my channel. Thanks so much. I appreciate your continued support. If you've not yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing. I am a whisper away from my first 300 subscribers. And my friends, it would mean so much to me. I'm a teeny tiny little channel here, just trying to make it in this crafty YouTube world. And your support would mean so very much to me. So please do subscribe. Please hit the like button. Please leave me a comment, and I will comment back. I do try very hard to comment back. I may not get to it right away, but I do try to comment back in a timely fashion. Share the video, hit that bell notification, and you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And until I see you all again, my friends, I want to say thank you. Please watch out for yourselves. Take care of your friends, family, neighbors, and all of those animals. Please, let's be the voice for those animals, as they don't have any. Say a little prayer for our little dog Spoto as he goes in for his surgery today. And until I see you again, my friends, God bless. Take care. Goodbye.